As August approaches and the world braces for one of the most surreal matchups in modern boxing, Jake Paul is walking into the most demanding preparation of his life. He has brought in a man whose shadow still hangs over the sport like a storm cloud, a symbol of violent brilliance whose name commands respect even decades after his reign. Mike Tyson has joined Paul's training camp, offering guidance, intensity, and the brutal wisdom of a fighter who once ruled the heavyweight division with merciless ferocity. Tyson is not there to play the role of a friendly mentor or celebrity advisor. He is there because Paul understands that this upcoming fight is a threshold, the kind of test only a few dare to face, and he cannot afford even a moment of complacency. Reports suggest Tyson will remain in Paul's camp for days at a time, then return before fight week to sharpen him for the most dangerous night he has ever stepped toward. In their first face-off in Miami, the reality of what Paul had signed up for became fully visible. Standing across from Anthony Joshua, a towering 6'6" titan of the modern heavyweight era, Paul looked up at a man whose physical presence alone could rattle the confidence of most fighters. Fans watched as the size gap stretched dramatically between them, but something unexpected happened. Paul did not step back. He did not crack. Instead, he leaned into the moment, insisting he was ready to risk everything, insisting that if it meant victory, he was prepared to leave the ring on his shield. He spoke with the determination of a man who understands the danger and still refuses to bow to it. The fight, set for December 19th at the Casilla Center in Miami and streaming worldwide on Netflix, has become a global spectacle not because of belts or rankings, but because of the sheer audacity of what is unfolding. Paul knows he cannot win this fight through brute strength or size. Instead, his entire strategy is built on speed, movement, and discipline. He has described Joshua as one of the greatest heavyweights of this era, acknowledging the enormous talent he is preparing to face. But he has also made it clear that he embraces the challenge precisely because it feels impossible. He knows what the public has said about him since his first fight. He knows that people laughed when he started boxing, that they mocked him as he climbed from beating a retired NBA player to knocking out Tyron Woodley and outworking Anderson Silva, and that they doubted him even after he went the distance with a 59-year-old Tyson. This fight, according to him, is not just about silencing critics but proving to himself that he belongs in a world he was never supposed to enter. Joshua, for his part, is embracing the event with calm confidence. He views this as both a massive commercial moment and a straightforward assignment. After a devastating knockout loss to Daniel Dubois, Joshua has been searching for the perfect re-entry point, something that offers financial reward without unnecessary risk. The contract Jake Paul's team sent him was impossible to ignore. It promised astronomical money, global reach, and a fight that, in the eyes of Joshua's team, provides minimal danger. That belief has only fueled his determination to punish Paul. He has described the fight as colossal and historic, praising Paul for his business genius while making it clear that inside the ring, he plans to shatter him. Joshua has committed to slimming down to 245 pounds, a weight that allows him to maximize speed while maintaining the explosive power that has overwhelmed legitimate heavyweights. Behind the scenes, Paul's camp is taking this fight more seriously than anything before. Sparring sessions now include elite-level talent, world champions, slick southpaws, and fighters with decades of experience. Shakur Stevenson has stopped by camp. Raymond Ford and Montana Love have been part of Paul's preparation. These are not entertainers or former MMA fighters. These are young, hungry technicians with real footwork, real combinations, real danger. Paul is paying heavily for their time, covering travel, expenses, and accommodations, because he understands something critical. To survive 8 rounds against a man like Joshua, he must face adversity behind closed doors long before fight night arrives. He even admitted recently that this is the most afraid he has ever been walking into a fight. He cannot sleep. His mind races at night. The stakes are enormous, and the fear is real enough to force him into the best training camp of his career. The fight will take place at a catch weight of 195 pounds, with both fighters placing a staggering $2 million wager on themselves. It is a number that reflects their combined confidence but also underscores the spectacle this event has become. Behind the noise lies a complicated truth. Joshua needs a win to rebuild his momentum and repair the narrative after recent defeats. Paul needs a miracle to elevate his legitimacy beyond the world of crossover boxing. Both men are stepping into the ring with history pressing against their backs. For Paul, this is a chance to prove he is more than a viral star. For Joshua, this is a chance to show that even in the twilight of his career, he remains too powerful, too sharp, and too elite for anyone outside the heavyweight ranks to stand against him. As the fight draws closer, Joshua has revealed why he accepted the matchup despite backlash from purists. He believes in the spectacle. He believes the event will bring global attention to boxing. And he believes the payday is too massive to ignore. He has dismissed negative comments and refused to respond to critics who claim the fight damages his legacy. To him, the only opinions that matter come from within his circle, and that circle is unified in its assessment. This is an easy fight for massive money. Yet Joshua also praised Paul's drive, his ambition, and his willingness to take risks that many fighters avoid. That respect, however, will not soften his intentions. Joshua plans to hurt him. He plans to dominate him. He plans to leave no doubt. Meanwhile, Paul is still fighting for his place in the sport. Fighters like Terence Crawford, Manny Pacquiao, and Francis Ngannou have rejected offers from his camp, forcing him to aim higher and take bigger risks. Many observers believe Paul has yet to face someone his own size, his own age, and in his own sport. Instead, his resume is built on aging legends, former UFC fighters, and niche boxers. To earn real credibility, he must eventually face a ranked contender in the light heavyweight or cruiserweight divisions. But for now, the world is watching the impossible unfold. Jake Paul stepping toward a man who has crushed world champions, filled stadiums, and dominated boxing's most violent division. The countdown continues. December 19th is approaching, and the boxing world remains divided between fascination and dread. Either history will be rewritten in a way no one ever imagined, or reality will crash down with unforgiving force. What do you think will happen when Jake Paul steps into the ring with Anthony Joshua? Does he stand a chance, or is this the moment where ambition meets a brutal end? Share your thoughts below, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more dramatic deep dive stories from the world of combat sports.